To the inside, Ward, the outside, Ward passes, can he hold on? Yes! Johnson wobbles on the top of the tabletop.
I'm not sure Bale's going to have anything for him here. Bradshaw can taste blood. Bale is
for number one, the Knack-Knack Kid, Showtime, whatever you want to call him, Jeremy McGrath on his way to...
Number 9, Jeff Matasevich, who currently sits in fourth, and Bradshaw rides the rail to within a couple of bike lengths of the leader, Mike Kudrowski. Kudrowski through the whoops, calm, cool, collected, doesn't seem to be showing the pressure at all.
Well, one of the things that I like that Kudrowski is doing is riding his own race. He's not worrying about Bradshaw. You don't see him looking behind him, wondering where Bradshaw is going to come from. He's taking his lines, he's riding the best race that he possibly can, and I think he's saying, hey, if he gets me now, then he gets me.
I am dazzled at the pace. They have put a straightaway on third place, and Kudrowski is setting that pace, albeit pushed by Bradshaw. Here's Kudrowski on the good line. Bradshaw going out into the wide open spaces there. Will he pull off the pass? He got him.
Oh, that was a major league Supercross pass. Bradshaw went to the outside, just dialed the throttle of the Yamaha, used the high part of the racetrack, and railed around Kudrowski. That was beautiful.
He set that up through that most difficult set of whoop-de-doos we've talked a lot about here this evening. It has been a trouble spot for a lot of the good riders. Races last year. This is the first time this year they have so much as led a lap. Bradshaw comes up, gives Bale a look once again.
And Bale sees him and moves over to take the line away, and there he's doing it again.
He's watching over his shoulder every lap.
He definitely is, almost every corner. And, you know, it's almost as if, he doesn't want to lead. He's trying to get out of Bradshaw's way, maybe.
He may be afraid of Bradshaw. He has said off the record all season long that he thinks Bradshaw will crash, hurt himself, and lose the championship.
Into that corner, Jean-Michel Bale stood upright on the motorcycle. He was on the brake and just kind of coasted through. Bradshaw made no kind of move there. Look at, again, he did that, and this time Bradshaw took advantage of the situation. Dave, I think that Bale let him by.
Bale looked like he might have hit that hay bale and slowed him up a little bit. Bradshaw has taken the lead, and this time it took 5 laps to do it. And now Brian Lunas is tapping his temple, the universal signal that means think, kid, don't do something stupid now. With Bradshaw in the lead and Bale now in pursuit, I want to go back, Larry, and take another look at that pass.
track. It's under 3.5 seconds, and Bale is suddenly under some pressure. He's had a cakewalk here since Damon fell off in the early laps. You see him looking back over his shoulder to see what the interval is. Bale hit a ton on the top of that jump. I can't believe he kept the motorcycle upright. That hurt to watch. Bradshaw will be right there. A huge mistake for Jean-Michel Bale.
Dave, he was completely off the motorcycle. His left leg was on the right side of the bike.
Damon Bradshaw is right on Jean-Michel Bale's rear wheel, and I'm not sure Bale's going to have anything for him here. Bradshaw can taste blood. Bale is a hurting puppy. There's the swap of the lead. Damon Bradshaw picks himself up off the ground to Bale.
Jean-Michel Bale has to be riding hurt right now, Dave. The wind is...
Supercross should have been on the ground and saved it miraculously.
No wonder he's going road racing. You don't have to look forward to something like that.
Up front, can they catch McGrath? McGrath has the clear racetrack in front of him. It is a slippery and treacherous racetrack. You see Bradshaw kind of skating around a little bit as the evening has worn on. The track has worn down, and you also heard the mention earlier the fact that the moisture is starting to come up. Look at Bradshaw pass people. He just drove by Michael Craig and Steve Lamson in the same set of whoop-de-doos. He's charging.
This is what I was alluding to, Dave. We did not see this type of intensity, this type of aggression in the earlier rounds. I think that the veterans now want to win.
Everybody has said all year, wait till he has to play catch-up. Here's Bradshaw, and he wastes no time catching up with and passing Mike Kudrowski to take over second spot. Bradshaw highly motivated when the series comes to the southeast. His fans are here. He's won 2 in a row in Atlanta, and he quickly opens up the separation on Kudrowski, who's still looking for that first series win.
Bradshaw with 1 win this season. He did it in round 2 in Houston. Motivated because the series is starting to wind down. Mike Kudrowski in a similar position as is Jeff Stanton. Neither one of them winning this year. And as you have pointed out. Kiedrowski never in his career. But, Dave, the key here is we're reaching the midway point. McGrath has dominated. It's time for the veterans, the stars of the sport. Bradshaw, Kiedrowski, Jeff Stanton. It's time for them to exert themselves and take some checkered flags here.
They've got second, third, and fourth spots all locked up for the moment. They're chasing Michael Craig, and number 15, McGrath, is back in fifth spot after what looked like it was going to be a good start. Went Bale trying a block pass of his own, came up just a little bit short, was Bradshaw onto Michael Craig. There's the battle for the number one position. 45,000 Georgians cheer Damon Bradshaw as he comes down through those series of big whoops and takes the lead. Bradshaw aggressively around Michael Craig and into the lead. Craig falls to second. Third is Stanton. Fourth is Kiedrowski. And
Damon Bradshaw up into third. And look at Emmings right in front of him. The Demon could come out of this maybe with second place, and then he'll have to set his sights on McGrath.
And most of these riders must have taken their trainer's advice and gone out and limbered up and got some heat into their body, because everybody appears to be loose and ready for the ultimate challenge in Supercross.
Look at Bradshaw motor past Emig and then stick their rear wheel right in the front wheel of the Kawasaki rider. And it's interesting to watch Damon Bradshaw run like this here today, because he came out of the box this season so strong at Orlando and the early couple of races, and then he tapered off, and everybody wondered maybe it was just a flash of the old Damon of past. But to see him back here at Daytona now, challenging for a second at least, is great to see. Maybe when we saw at the beginning of the year is really there.
And Damon Bradshaw is really pressuring Hoffman now, and blew right by him. Just gone.
Now let's see if he can pull away and stay there. Or
for the moment, it looks like the fastest guy on the racetrack. It's got to be Damon Bradshaw. He's starting to pick up time. He seems to ride better as the race goes on, but McGrath is pulling away.
Hughes in 7th, Lusk in 8th, Huffman in 9th, Lampson in 10th, and Emig in 11th as we look back on the field.
Bradshaw putting the pressure on Mike Brown now. If he can get around him, there's time for him to possibly get up and challenge McGrath.
Oh, would that be an exciting feature with Damon Bradshaw coming back after 18 months of retirement. Taking a look at the Suzuki field summary now. Jeremy McGrath leads Brown, Bradshaw, Lawrence, and Michael Craig.
Bradshaw up the inside of the whoops. Looks like he's going to make a move. He does.
Good block pass. Get the block pass on Mike Brown.
And listen to that crowd. You think he doesn't have a few fans out here?
And here comes Phil Lawrence taking the inside route on Brown and takes the position away to move into third place. Bailey, as we might still have a race on our hands as Jeremy McGrath cuts through the triples, back in the sand. Approaching the triples, you see Michael Craig and Damon Bradshaw with Mike LaRocco on their tail, and Ryan Hughes in back of them. Phil Lawrence, number 13, in back of Hughes.
Well, this battle for second has been going on and on. Bradshaw is aiming down the inside of these whoops. If he can get a run on him, he's got it.
Look at that! Damon Bradshaw! Oh, my goodness. You saw the sparkle in his eye in the second practice session this afternoon. Let's go down to Davey Combs.